Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about 5 tips for dealing with bullying. Like many people, I was bullied fairly heavily as a kid, and it was particularly bad for me during middle school and high school. Those experiences had a massive impact on my personality and helped shape me into the person I am today. While I believe I came out of it a stronger person, I know many people aren't as lucky as I am. And even though I can look back on my childhood and feel completely fine, at the time I just felt absolutely horrible. So I decided to make this list to hopefully give a little bit of help to the people that are currently being bullied. Okay, tip number 1. Know that it is not your fault. Now sure, you may have a personality that makes you more vulnerable to bullying, or you may give off this emotional reaction that the bullies really like, but that doesn't mean you deserve it. Back in the day, I used to always think, oh man, why am I such a useless coward? Why can't I just stand up for myself? I'm sure many of you are thinking similar things, but you see, the problem isn't with you. It's with those assholes that are picking on you. So don't ever blame yourself. Even if a teacher says it's your fault, it really isn't. And just in case there are any teachers watching this, don't ever blame the victim. I get that you might just be trying to give out some tough love, but you're just making things worse. Moving on to tip number 2. Talk to someone. I'm not talking about snitching here because most of the time, that's just going to make things worse. Although, if there is a teacher that you trust and you know they're going to do something about it, you might want to explore that option. But what I'm really talking about here is telling someone about your feelings and what you're going through in a very vague way. The simple act of venting can help you feel so much better. The person you decide to talk to may also be able to come up with some strategies to help you with your bullying situation. So, grab a teacher, friend, parent or family member and vent away. However, I understand that some of you might not have the best support network in your real lives. Luckily, we have the internet where there are a ton of forums and groups designed to help people that are being bullied. There are also many old school helplines out there, so you should be able to find someone that will listen to you. Tip number 3. Take advantage of your school's indoor activities. Most of the bullying happens on the playground, so if your school opens up the library or computer room at recess and lunchtime, take advantage of it. If these indoor activities are also supervised by a teacher, you're going to have extra protection in there. Now, one of the worst things about being bullied is that feeling of helplessness. These bullies are usually stronger and outnumber you, so you can feel like the situation is completely out of your control. But there is one thing that you can control, and that is your emotions, and you can do this by finding a hobby that will help you escape from all the pain. It could be movies, sports, books, collecting rocks, it doesn't matter, as long as you can get immersed in it. My personal escape was video games. I used to come home feeling like absolute crap, but then I would pop in Final Fantasy VII and suddenly I was this hero on a quest to save the world. So with your spare time, explore different activities that you find interesting. I know that you may just be so fed up that you just want to sit in your room and vegetate, but that's the worst thing that you can do in this situation, because that could very easily lead to depression, and depression can lead to suicide. And I don't want anybody thinking that suicide is their only option. One thing that many of you might be saying at this point is, okay, all this stuff is good, but how about some strategies that are going to help me stop getting bullied? The thing is, each case of bullying is very different, therefore, they require wildly different and specific strategies. And the general strategies that many people give out are pretty useless. A common one that I used to hear all the time was, just stand up to the bullies. Okay then, let's say that I'm 5'1" and my bully is 5'10". How am I meant to stand up to that? If I tell him to fuck off, he's just going to end up kicking my ass. Also, many bullies these days go around in packs, so even if I'm able to take one of them out, the other 4 are just going to jump on me and kick my ass. Then there's just ignore them. This sounds really good on paper, but it's really hard to ignore these guys when they're smashing your face into a wall. I do have one strategy though that will work regardless of who you are. It's not very pleasant and it's not going to stop the bullying, but it will help you get through the tougher times. My final tip for dealing with bullying is survive. This might sound incredibly morbid, but bullying is all about survival. Each day that you go through hell is another day closer to graduation, which means it's another day closer to the point where you don't have to put up with this crap anymore. So, keep your head down and look forward to a future where you can finally be free. The thing is, many people that are being bullied think they're extremely weak since they can't do much about their current circumstances. But I'm here to tell you guys, you're looking at this all wrong. You've taken all kinds of verbal, physical and emotional abuse every single day, and you're still here. It actually takes a lot of strength to go through all that crap and still have the courage to keep moving forward. So when you look back at all the horrible things you have to deal with, don't be ashamed. Be proud that you're able to make it through all that. You are a survivor. You can make it. I know you can. So anyway, thank you very much to everybody who watched this video. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment. And if you like this video and want to see more, feel free to subscribe as well. I mostly do anime videos on this channel, but I will be doing a few more of these in the near future. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.